After the presidential election of 2008, one of the hot topics of discussion was if President Obama was going to retain his personal digital assistant, also known as his BlackBerry, for his personal use. Can you imagine if an unauthorized person or a stranger got access to information that is contained on his personal device? Could be a threat to his family or maybe even national security. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the vulnerability to a service on those wireless devices that makes it possible, and it's called Bluetooth. What is Bluetooth? Bluetooth is an open protocol, which is a service that resides on wireless devices that makes it possible to communicate with each other. Your wireless laptops, PDAs, cell phones, that links them together to communicate. They create what's called personal area networks. The range for these networks is about 30 feet. The devices have to be in close proximity to each other. The actual name Bluetooth is from a Danish king who wanted to link these tribes about 1,000 years ago together to form a single kingdom. Hence the word Bluetooth. This is where all the wireless communication devices are linked together to form a single common communication network. Now that you have a basic overview of what Bluetooth is, I want to tell you about the three most common vulnerabilities to Bluetooth itself: bluejacking, blue snarfing, and blue bugging. While the terms may sound a little bit odd and funny, may even sound like a disease or something, but they're not. But they're actually pretty important. Start out with bluejacking. This is where you actually receive an unsolicited message. Can be via text message or SMS message to your personal wireless device. This is unsolicited and someone picked up your information just from open source. This next is called blue snarfing. This one is a little bit more serious. This is where the individual actually gains access to your emails and your personal information that's housed on there, such as your contact list and any personal information that is on that wireless device. Can be a lot more serious. And then finally, blue bugging. This is where actually overhearing someone's conversation, not from eavesdropping and listening from someone talking too loud, but actually listening to somebody's communication over an open network. They're actually monitoring what's being said and who you're communicating with. They can use this information to record it and maybe even use it at a later time for some less than honest means. Now that you know what Bluetooth is and you know about some of the vulnerabilities, there are ways that you can actually protect yourself. And I'm going to cover those now. SecurityFocus.com is an IT organization that is one of the world's foremost authorities on information technology security. And these are some of their best practices. Let's start out with establishing what's called a PIN code. PIN codes is where if you wanted to link two devices together, you establish a 4-digit identification code, such as just like your ATM. You establish a PIN code. You want to send, say, your contact information to a friend. You tell them 1, 2, 3, 4. They send that information, and before that information can be received by that other wireless device, they have to type in the same digit. So now you have a secure communication link between just those two devices, and no one can penetrate those devices. The next way to protect yourself is to turn off what's called discovery mode on your personal wireless device. If you're not familiar with it, you can actually consult your cell phone user manual or your whatever wireless device manual you're actually utilizing. It has a way that you can disable that service. And it's called discovery mode. If you disable it, no one can pick up your identification, and try to link through those means. And then finally, the best security practice that you can probably utilize is good security common sense. Be conscious of your surroundings, especially if you're traveling a lot and you're say at an airport or at a library, or even some of the Wi-Fi hotspots that you may frequent, such as Starbucks or Panera Bread, one of those types of locations. Be conscious of who's around you. If someone looks a little odd, you may want to check your device and make sure no one's linked to you. Now that I've told you a little bit about Bluetooth, I talked to you about some of the security practices and actually covered the vulnerabilities. I hope that you'll keep that in mind as you're out wirelessly surfing the internet or out in public, and keep that information protected and keep yourself safe.